So this is going to be the first time I ever installed aftermarket wheels on any of my cars. So might as well document this and share with you guys my experience so you can learn from my mistakes and have a better understanding what to expect. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to separate my truck from everybody else on Instagram. And if you know me on a personal level, you know I love doing photography, automotive photography on vehicles, but on Instagram it's specifically focused on my Raptor. And it's obvious that you guys also enjoy it. So a way to spice things up is to install aftermarket wheels, because I know on this truck it will make the truck look a lot better. And no, wheels and tires does not make it a build, I know, but I have other stuff, other mods, but that's a different story. So yeah, if you're unaware, this is my second gen Ford Raptor that I bought last year, and still to this day the most funnest car I've ever owned, the most funnest truck. And in this video I'm going to go ahead and walk you through my experience on what it's like buying a set of 4 wheels on a Raptor. So as I mentioned, this is my first time installing wheels. I hope you can learn from my mistake, and if you're trying to do the same thing on your Raptor, yeah, this is going to be really useful information for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the wheels that I went with is the VenomRex VR602. I was debating between the 602 or the 601s, because the 601s reminds me of something from a supercar, and the 602, it's more like a modern look, but also has that supercar look. If you guys are unfamiliar with VenomRex, these are the same company that makes supercar wheels. Just VenomRex is like their all-terrain series for off-roaders. Now these wheels are somewhat performance wheels because they are flow forged wheels, which means they're lighter than their normal wheels, and they're stronger. So as I mentioned, I picked up a set of 4 VR602 carbon graphite. They're 20 by 9. Now these wheels are specifically designed and engineered for the Ford Raptor, which is the thing that I like about this company, is because they actually engineered the fitment to work perfectly on your vehicle. So you don't have to give them any numbers or anything like that. You just tell them what kind of car it is, or truck in our case, and they'll give you one that's made for it, just like the supercars. So since these are 20s, yes, I had to pick up a new set of tires. I went with BFG KO2 35 12.5 20 instead of 325s 60/20s, because the 35s were actually lighter, a few pounds lighter, not by a lot, and also gave me more clearance, because these are 35s. I want to make sure I'm not rubbing, and based from people I spoke to, forums that I read online, it looks like with this configuration it's perfect for the Raptor. So the OEM Beadlock by Ford, they weigh roughly around 32 pounds, just the rims. These VR602 20-inch wheels weigh about 28 pounds. And then when you also take in consideration that these BFG actually weigh 67 pounds, if you go with the 35 options, those are 69 pounds. So I knew these wheels were light, but I didn't expect them to be this light. And after doing the math, I'm actually shredding about 24 pounds off the truck. So that was really interesting to know. Now, the Ford Raptor is one of the few pickups that can actually fit a set of 35s without having to do extreme modifications to the suspension. And if you watched my previous modification video, you might have already been aware that I did install a leveling kit to my pickup. Just not a leveling kit. I went out and did the spring swap instead, because I actually like performance and it costs the same as a standard leveling kit. So if you are following this route, a leveling kit is required, at least 2.5 raised in the front. And based from all the research that I did, people that I chat with, it is recommended to do that first so you don't run into any rubbing issues, which I'll show you the finishing result at the end of this video. So I ordered everything during the New Year's, and when the rims arrive, they look amazing in person. The BFG KO2s also look beefy, very beefy actually, compared to my 34s that I previously have. I know custom offsets will call these grandfather tires, because KO2s has been out and available for quite some time now. Even our grandparents were using them, and I agree, but these tires work from my experience. They're awesome on the road, and if I ever have to, they are all-terrain tires, which means I could take it on dirt, which I have plenty of times in my previous set, and they're also snow rated, so when I go to Tahoe or other snow trips around California, I'm perfectly fine and capable of making it through without getting stuck. So there's a little bit of background on why I went with these tires. I just had good experience with them, and they're also Baja rated as well. You see these things on trophy trucks most of the time. You are going to need to buy a new set of lug nuts because it is really narrow. So a set of spline lug nuts is going to be needed, 14 by 1.5. VenomRex also sells them on their website and they cost the exact same compared to other third parties that I've seen on Amazon. So it's a no-brainer. Might as well get the same lug nuts from the company you bought the wheels from. This way there's no fitment issues whatsoever. Everything is made to match. Now, since we're doing it this route, we're not buying everything from like a tire shop. We are going to be required to buy a new TPMS sensor because we're not transferring it from our old tires. And I did went ahead and call my local tire shops. The most interesting one to me was American Tires, because when I called them, they wanted a total of $220 for a set of 4, and they were also asking $80 to program them to the truck. In my mind, I was like, this can't be right. This is too much. This makes no sense. They're just frequency. They're not even that high tech. They're not Bluetooth or anything like that. So I told him, and I asked the guy over the phone, what if I called Ford? He told me, it was like, it's going to be more expensive, but they offered me a $5 discount for all 4 if I booked right now. So knowing me, I trust no one. So I went ahead and actually called Ford, and they informed me that they sell them for $35 each. So that's a total of $140. So, and then they also informed me that I don't need to reprogram anything. The tire will automatically self-learn after the first 5 miles because it's going to be the only sensor that the tire will read. So in other words, the truck will be like, okay, I've been driving for so long now. I'm assuming these are my new set. So it will automatically reprogram the TPMS sensor. So there's no need to pay $80 to get somebody else to reprogram because the truck will do it automatically. And the guy was also nice enough that he gave me the part number I needed for the TPMS sensor if I want to buy it from somewhere else using my VIN number. And that's exactly what I did. So I went online, I went on Amazon surprisingly, and I found another Ford dealership that was selling a set of 4 for just $45. So that, in total, I'm saving about $255 by picking up the set of OEM online. So F you American Tires on trying to overcharge people who don't know better on TPMS sensors and charging to reprogram when the vehicle you are aware of will self-program itself. Now when the TPMS sensor arrives, there is a tool that is required. It costs about $9, and I didn't even want to bother calling American Tires again to be overcharged just for them to install this, so I just bought the tool. And it's good to also know that 10% of this was going towards a good cause. And with this tool, the installation was really easy. You just attach it to the TPMS sensor valve like so, and you just pop it out and boom, just like this. I bought the tool because I didn't want to scratch it if I used pliers or something like that, so I didn't want to take any risks, any chances of damaging these wheels before they even go on. So I bought the tool and it was really easy, as it literally just popped into place. And now the TPMS sensors are installed. Now once everything is set up, I quickly load up the truck with all the tires, the rims, and all that stuff, make sure everything is secure, and I arrive to my American Tire shop. The reason why, because the place where I live, there's not a lot of tire shops that will actually mount tires on rims for you. I do have a Walmart nearby, but I don't trust Walmart, and Costco only mounts your wheels and tires only if you purchase a set of rims or tires by them. And then of course Sears is bankrupt, so I doubt they're gonna want to install tires. So unfortunately, the only place I could take these to get installed is American Tires, and that's exactly what I did. I got charged a total of $200. It was $30 to balance each wheel and $20 to mount all the tires. So feel free to comment down below on how much I got ripped off and how much you paid for your set to get mounted on new rims and tires. But once I paid for that service, I told them everything better be perfect for that price and I better not find any scratches. And they did an excellent job. The tires looked fantastic mounted on those wheels. That carbon finish actually does give it a unique look that I was looking for instead of the standard black or a silver look rim. And then once I got the wheels and everything, once all 4 were all mounted and balanced, they were nice enough to throw away the boxes on their side, so I don't have to take the empty boxes with me. And they also loaded it on the back side of my pickup. I didn't let them swap it because I don't even want to find out how much they're going to charge for that, and also I don't trust anyone with my cars. But once home, I immediately swapped them and I'm really satisfied with the finished result. There's a little bit of tire that does stick out away from the fenders, as you can see, especially it's really noticeable on the rear wheels for some reason. There's still a 7-inch gap between the tires and the rims, so in case you hit a curve or something, it's unlikely that it will reach or cause damage to the rim in case you do hit a curve. And Ford was correct about the TPMS sensors. As soon as they got installed, the truck immediately read it. There was no need to drive or anything like that. It immediately picked it up, was able to display the PSI pressure and everything. Now, as for my older wheels, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get asked this a lot. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep the OEM Beadlock wheels. I'm going to save them because I really do like the way they look. I like that they're 17-inch wheels, which means I could take them on rough terrains without being worried or concerned about scratching or damaging them. They're made to be abused. So once or 2 times a year, I'll usually go off-roading with a couple of friends. So when I have to do that, when I know I'm going to go towards rough terrains, I'm just going to quickly swap them. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep the 20s. The 20s are going to be here to stay most of the time. I'm going to be using them when I'm going to drive-thrus and Starbucks, mall crawling over Priuses at the mall. So, I mean, this is still a very capable wheel. I'm really satisfied with the way it turned out. And as for the gap, at full lock, the tires have enough clearance. There's no need to cut anything. There's no rubbing that I felt. Even off-roading on bumpy roads, there was no rubbing whatsoever. There's plenty of steering room left. And drive-wise quality, drives exactly the same, to be honest. I don't really notice the difference between the 17 and the 20s. There still is a lot of rubber there between the wheel and the road. So, I mean, ride quality-wise, handles exactly the same, what it feels like. And that is my experience when it comes to installing aftermarket wheels on a Ford Raptor or any other vehicle, what to repair, what to look for. So TPMS sensors is critical. Don't get ripped off by tire shops, and everything else is good. I just hope you have a better tire shop nearby. So if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more future updates, and everything that was featured in today's video will be linked in the video description down below, so you can quickly go find it. But that is all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.